During his visit to Puerto Rico today, President Obama revived the long-running question of whether Puerto Rico should become the 51st U.S. state.
In March, a report from our Presidential Task Force on Puerto Rican Status provided a meaningful way forward on this question so that the residents of the island can determine their own future. And when the people of Puerto Rico make a clear decision, my administration will stand by you.
Puerto Rico has been an American territory since the year 1898, when the U.S. took the state away from Spain following the Spanish-American War. As an overseas possession of the U.S., the island is still strongly tied to its Hispanic heritage. However, statehood has always been in the question concerning Puerto Rico. Should Puerto Rico be annexed as the 51st state of the United States? Puerto Rico has held a total of 4 referendums on the issue so far. Each time has been a failed attempt to make Puerto Rico a state. Specifically in 2012, of those that voted, 54% voted in favor of statehood, but no further action was taken by the necessary parties. As President Obama stated, the choice of Puerto Rico's status is left up to the people of Puerto Rico. But it leaves me to wonder why Puerto Rico keeps pushing to become a state. Why not stand on its own as a nation? In 1917, Puerto Rican natives were granted U.S. citizenship, but even still, Puerto Ricans cannot vote for all of U.S. elections or issues. So again, why shouldn't Puerto Rico push to be an independent state? According to Anthony Smith and Adrian Hastings, 2 historians discussed in class, a nation requires a few components. However, Hastings and Smith agreed upon 3 main components. Every nation requires a functioning human population, a territory or state as in land, and a shared culture. Puerto Rico was first discovered in 1493 by Christopher Columbus during his second voyage. A companion of Columbus, Juan Ponce, invaded the new land shortly after becoming the first governor. Early in its history as a Spanish colony, several ethnic groups interacted with the native people, including the French, Dutch, and British. Slavery was introduced to Puerto Rico by the English during the 1770s with the emergence of 13 colonies. By 1897, the region was granted autonomy by the Spanish crown, but this victory didn't last for long. The Spanish-American War broke out, and Spain lost the state of Puerto Rico at the conclusion of the war. The state will remain a territory of the U.S. from 1898 until today. As demonstrated by Spain's long history, Puerto Rico has always had its own land and a functioning population despite how the population diversified over time. Puerto Rico has a strong native culture, from its foods to its events to its landmarks. Puerto Rico's culture is significant to its national identity.
When you visit Puerto Rico, you'll experience the amazing, rich culture and the wonderful array of food, music, and family customs. For example, the popular dance style, salsa, originated from Puerto Rico. Even the food has its own identity, which has been heavily influenced by the many cultures that have inhabited the island, including the French, the British, the Dutch, and of course, the Spaniards. One thing you must not miss is the national dish arroz con habichuelas, which is simply rice and pigeon peas. That is guaranteed to be enjoyed at the majority of your meals. After you finish your dinner, go grab a towel and head to the beach to watch the sunset. You will hear the sound of the national animal of Puerto Rico, el coqui, a tiny 1-inch frog that sings throughout the night. While hearing the marvelous tunes of a little frog, you will also smell the wonderful array of hibiscus, which is the island's national flower. When visiting Puerto Rico, don't forget to catch a boxing match or a local baseball game, which is our top 2 sports on the island.
Smith and Hastings thought of nations from very different viewpoints. Each had their own standards for what a nation should have, and the fact that Adrian Hastings and Anthony Smith both agreed on culture, a territory, and an ethnically related group has to mean something. Puerto Rico has a long road ahead of them indeed, should they ever push for becoming its own nation. For now, its people are taking baby steps and pushing to be annexed into the United States, Or perhaps one day the people of Puerto Rico will push for something greater. I have faith in